All right, yo, what's up, guys? I'm Alfie Delete, and welcome to today's Stellaris game. We are playing with our avian species, the Beakborn. We started with the Common Grounds origin, and now we're going to be diving into possibly a war involving ourselves, our Federation members, and possibly some other empires in the galaxy. Now, you guys might have seen me earlier today. I was on the official Stellaris Paradox page, and yeah, we got to play with our cheesy empire, and so I'll be sure to drop a link to that stream here that happened earlier this morning. And now we're going to jump over to our game here that we started a couple of days ago. And so here is our galaxy, and we are located right here in this kind of sky blue border here. And so this is the Beakborn Dominion. This is where we started at. We started with the Common Ground origin once again. And so with this origin, you start with two empires right next to your home world. And so you start, well, we started as a non-hegemony Federation with two additional members. We got the choice of the Federation type that we decided to go with, and we'll check that out here in just a moment. Members will occupy any guaranteed habitable world slots near your home system, and we start with the Federation tradition unlocked. And so here is our first ruler, the Aviatus Starwing Ur. And just take a quick look at our empire here. So our governing ethics were set to Xenophile and Fanatic Spiritualist. And for civics, we went with Diplomatic Corps and Functional Architecture. And so outside of that, that's pretty much the sum of my empire. Guys, if you're watching this on YouTube, please feel free to leave a like and subscribe. I make a lot of Stellaris content pretty frequently. I'm uploading content usually Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays, and sometimes days on the weekend. And so if you want to see Stellaris content, this is the place you want to be. And so, yo, Radio Wave, welcome to the stream. Hopefully you're doing a wonderful, it is hump day. Yo, it is showtime here. And so let's go ahead and get our hyperlanes pulled back up here, and let's take a look at everything that's going on in the galaxy. And so we initiated a vote in our Federation. All right, a vote to attack. Right now, my Federation members, I'm going to change the view mode to Union map mode. And now every empire that is right here in this little, like, kind of like a teal, almost a sky bluish color, we're going to be going to war with this shadowy purple border here right now. And so I think right now, while we have the advantage, I think we should take our chances and try to squash them. And so at first I was trying to, and someone pointed this out in the last stream, that I was kind of screwing over some of my other fellow Federation members. And really it's more of just me trying to expand my borders and get more important systems. That way they're not taking up all the systems and eventually becoming more powerful than us. And so if we go back here, let's take a look at, we're going to close out our Union mode. Yeah, this is the empire right here that got the short end of the stick, the Blessed Etherian State. And you see here, their fleet power is slightly weaker than ours, slightly. They're inferior to us. And so, yeah, that is intentional because I want to be the stronger empire out here in the galaxy. And so here we have another alien empire. I want to see what's up with these guys. Our chances of subjugating them are pretty close to being able to do so. And so if I were to change up this here, their acceptance would still only be at negative 113. But I think over time, as we improve relations with these guys and try to, just kind of work on our opinion here. I think I've been playing with so many total war empires lately that I'm just thinking conquer, conquer, conquer. And this time we'll try to use some diplomacy here. And so outside of that, though, another empire that we've noticed is the Union of Havenstar. This is another avian, or actually this is a aquatic species. They kind of look avian with that empire flag right there. But yeah, we got a couple of empires starting to pop up now, and we're trying to figure out how we are going to deal with them. Over here on the right side, we have a empire with a similar color to ours, the Enlightened Kingdom of Deneb. Now, this empire, we subjugated pretty easily too. We reached out, we said, hey, we'll change up some of the deals here, and you are going to be our subject, and they are a-okay with that. And so yeah, we are an overlord starting this game off as well. And speaking of, we've been talking about federations and things like that for a while. We have put about, I don't know how many envoys into this federation, but since we've been a part of this group, this is a holy covenant, by the way. And so it says that this federation will promote a focus on spiritualist matters and reverence for all things divine. Now, robot empires may not become president of the holy covenant under normal circumstances. And so good stuff here. Now we are level 2, but we'll read the next level worth of modifiers here. But yeah, this is all we have right now. And I've been using this like I did before in the last game just to kind of measure who has the most of what. And it looks like right now we have more fleet power and technology than our Federation members. And so, yeah, outside of that, though, I think that's everything going there with the Federation for our government. We got our 3 members of our council here, with the Minister of Defense, our main ruler, and a head of research. And we're currently going down the military buildup agenda. That way we can build more ships, have a little upkeep modifier applied to those. And well, once we launch this agenda, that modifier will be amped up even more. And so right away, one thing that I see here is we got a colony ship. And so there is an asteroid in this system. And I think here in a little bit, it may crash into this pre-FTL world, which currently has the Dead God Spiritualist Ethic Attraction modifier. This I have not seen on a planet before, but it says that the corpse of some gargantuan alien creature keeps silent vigil in orbit over this planet. Or vigil. But yeah, interesting stuff there. We can see a massive creature of some sort on this world, but outside of that, they're going to see a massive asteroid clash into their planet. And so outside of that, though, let's see if we can maybe, yeah, we got plenty of influence right now. We're going to go ahead and start by expanding our borders. And I'm going to start here first, and then we'll go ahead and expand our borders over here next. But starting to close off some of these systems, we still have some room to expand over here as well. The thing is this is a ancient caretaker. And so, guys, if you've played Stellaris, you know you have a fallen empire in your galaxy. They will not expand. And so normally if I saw an empire over here and they were just kind of like a regular empire, I would try to definitely expand over here as quickly as possible. But for now, I think we can kind of pace ourselves here and eventually work our way in this direction. Now, we have a handful of alloys. We got a couple of, you know, we're doing pretty solid on resources right now. Let's go over to our home world. This is Fithoria. This is our starting planet, and right away we have about 3 jobs available. We'll see what jobs. We got 1 entertainer job and 2 minor jobs that are available to be worked right now. And so as these next 3 pops grow and they are born, or however they're created, they will be working these jobs here. And so for now, I think I may go ahead and either, let's see, maybe we could squeeze something on to this planet. And so I want more ships. I want more, a little bit more of everything, really. Let's just go ahead and upgrade the Capitol building. And so here we're going to have, instead of a planetary administration, this will be upgraded to a planetary capital. And we'll check that out once we get a little bit closer to that later on. Now, let's jump over here to our fleet management. This has been one of my favorite things to look at here in my past couple of games. And for starters, we got 2 fleets right now. 2 fleets currently. I'm going to look into maybe recruiting another admiral. And you know what? I'm seeing a couple of good looking, kind of young admirals here. Let's see, who would be a good option? You know what? I might have to go for the second admiral here, Feather of Olive. And so they are currently 38 years old, but they have that fleet organizer trait, increasing naval capacity by 5. And so we'll see what that pushes my naval cap up to here in a bit. But in the meantime, though, we're going to jump back over to that fleet manager. And now we have 2 fleets, 2 admirals commanding both. Oh, I did not mean to create another one. And so here we're going to jump back to Team Alpha. We have Team Alpha and Team Bravo. Team Alpha still only has 20 ships. We're going to reinforce all and try to get those queued up as much as we can. And same thing here with Team Bravo. That's how I've been kind of naming my fleets to better remember where they are located. Now, I'm going to jump back over here to my ship designer. All right, cool. And I just wanted to double check and make sure I didn't have any battleships or any other types of weapons or anything like that for my defensive platforms. These are going to be important as well. We're going to go ahead and change some of the shielding to armor. And for the weapons, let's see. Beware of your naval cap, Alpha. I will try to. I've been, look, hear me out. I've been hungry just to build massive fleets, go crazy with it. And now I'm trying to figure out what type of design I'm going to add to my defensive platforms here. And so we got lots of options for different types of ship parts here. And I can't decide do I want to try the hangar, the basic strike craft out? We could maybe give this a shot. And we're going to jump over to, I wish I could add missiles on this. Let's see what we got here. But yo, Gaming Brain, hopefully you're having a wonderful hump day. We did a stream earlier today with another content creator, and it was a blast. And now we are back with some more Stellaris here. And so No, don't kill the bots. We're not going to kill the bots. We can't. At least we can't right now. They're a fallen empire. And so here, I think right now we're just kind of trying to figure out what I'm going to add to my... Let me see what mass driver does. So it does shield damage, but no armor damage. Whereas small red lasers do armor damage and hull damage. And so maybe we'll squeeze these medium-sized lasers onto our defensive platforms. We'll auto-complete the rest, change one of these to armor, and we'll come back a little bit later on. We're gonna go ahead and hit save on that, and we'll see about upgrading those. I don't even know if we've even built any defensive platforms yet. Oh good, they still owe me alloys. Oh yeah, I love my robots, but in this game we're playing with organics this time around. And so right now we're actually, I think we're voting to declare war against these guys, the ruthless capitalist, and their fleet power is inferior to us. And so I'm actually gonna check here and see. Oh yeah, they won't accept subjugation. And so let me see if I could, what kind of wars I can declare. It looks like I can't launch a war to vassalize them. And I'm actually going to see if I could maybe propose subjugation to them and see if that will give me some sort of like vassalization casus belli. And so I'm just going to proceed. I know that they're going to say no. That did just burn a little bit of my influence, but this is just a test here to see if that'll work. Now, it looks like my head of researcher here has a new trait available, and we have 4 options. And I'm just going to do a quick skim through here, and let's go for, let's see, what are you doing right now? Getting a credit card just for the sole fact that I'll have a PC in 2 weeks. Yo, welcome to Team PC. Hopefully your rig will serve you for a long time. Good luck. That sounds like a lot of fun. Yeah, but here we're going to go for the private mines just to get some extra minerals from this leader for now. And we'll come back to them a little bit later on. Now, let's go ahead and keep our game going. And yeah, the Empire of Feathers is begun. And so here we have now declared war against the Dynastic Union. It is wartime. And so all of my Federation members down here on the bottom are about to declare, or we've already declared war on these guys now. Let's go ahead and send some fleets over here and get some target practice going. And so I'm just going to have them post up here for a minute. We're not going to cross their borders just yet, but we're definitely going to be making sure that our allies win these battles. And so the asteroid has finally hit the Prietiel's world, and they have been regressed to the Stone Age. Jeez, haven't had a PC since 2009. I was a WoW nerd. Nice. Well, yo, I'm glad you're finally able to get your rig going there. We're playing on Admiral right now, Backdraft 47, but I realized in my past couple of games that I've been playing on Grand Admiral with scaling difficulty off. And so right when my game starts, I was just getting annihilated, campaign after campaign, just the difficulty was insanity. Now I jumped back down to Admiral just to see how well I do in the run. And it looks like my last game, I did pretty solid. I was playing with driven assimilators, and so they ended up, the entire galaxy pretty much destroyed me after I was trying to just invade every other world. Now we're playing this one with the Common Grounds Origin. We started in a Federation, and really early on we have a nice little a steamroll start going here. We're kind of pushing through other empires, and we've already subjugated someone else. And now we're getting ready to colonize our next planet. And so for this planet, we'll name it, let's see. How about Winged, let me see. Winged Landing. And so, Backdraft, welcome to the stream. Hopefully you're doing all right this Wednesday afternoon, or evening now at this point. I'm offing delete. Obviously I'm offing delete, yeah. Sorry, I'm excited, yo. I've been playing Stellaris pretty much nonstop today. We had a little fun stream earlier this morning, and now I'm back for back-to-back streams. 2 birds, 1 stone type of stream here. And so, yeah, if you got any questions or anything like that, let me know. But guys, we are now establishing our first colony. This is our first colony outside of my home world. And let's see. Yeah, our first planet is Fathoria, and our second world will be Winged Landing. And so this is a great day for the Beakborn Dominion. We get some engineering technology deposits from that. And here, we have some enigmatic observers. They say, Beaks, how delightful. We hadn't expected you, or expected to encounter you for a few centuries yet. Personally, I thought you would wipe yourselves out long before leaving your gravity well, but I am glad to be proven wrong. Well, we're glad you underestimated us. Recently followed, enjoying your streams and taking notes. Oh yeah, appreciate it. Like I said, I'm still learning as well. I've been playing this game for a long time, but every time it seems I turn this game on, I learn something new that I haven't, or I see something I haven't seen before. With the way that they update these games as well, it's always just trying to absorb content, adjust, apply, adapt, and all those kinds of things. And so, yeah, appreciate you stopping by. And wait a minute, you said that you recently followed. Hold up, ladies and gentlemen, we got a new follower here. In that case, Backdraft 47. I now grant you the status of Alpha, the energy of Yang, and the ability to delete all elites. Thank you for the follow, and welcome to our stream, and welcome to the Knights of Yang now. My rig will be nice, price range between 2.5 to 3K, yo. And I hope that does more than what you're paying for. Hopefully it does awesome things. All right, so this meeting is surely a blessing. These guys, this is a second fallen empire that we have found now, a stagnant ascendancy. And so, yeah, we'll tinker around with these guys a little bit later on, see what's going on. And we'll say hello. Actually, where are they located? Oh, they're all the way over here. Cool stuff. And so they're kind of like pinching in every empire that's like, let me see, can I do this right? Every empire that's like in the middle right here, all these sections right here is pinched in by 2 fallen empires right now. And so pretty cool stuff. Fox, what's going on? Good evening, Alfie and Delete. Hope all is well. All is well. Just kind of, man, with all the Twitch news I've been hearing lately, it's just been kind of like rattling a little bit, just kind of throwing my mojo off here. But we're pushing through it. We're having some fun. We're getting ready to go to war with another empire. The Dynastic Union here, we're actually already at war, but we're moving our fleets over here in position and preparing for a concentrated attack here. And so we're just going to wait and gather right at their borders. I see that my allies have already begun pushing into their borders now. Here, we're going to go ahead and select our next engineering tech, and let's go for those afterburners. Let's increase the speed of our ships, our combat ships. I didn't realize Yang was from Wisconsin. I'm actually not from Wisconsin, but I got some friends that are Green Bay Packer fans. And for our cheese-themed playthrough that was on the official Stellaris page, I reached out. I was like, you know what? He's the only Green Bay Packers fan I know. Shout out to him. I already told him how much I appreciated him giving me a heads up on that on such short notice. But yes, my cheese hat, they're called cheese heads. And he had one. When in doubt, cheese headed out. And so, yeah, appreciate you hanging out with us this morning. Here we got a mass extinction, and this time it's a burned planet. And so early on, we found out that our planet could potentially lead to a mass extinction event. We've been going around the galaxy, surveying other systems, and eventually we'll come across some planets that we notice that has suffered a mass extinction event. And so one of the planets orbiting this star, which we will go check out right now, bears the still open wounds. Where's it at? I can't see it. It's one of the planets in this system, but apparently it's still open, or it bears the still open wounds of some past calamity. Now, its surface is roiling with sea of half-melted minerals boiling into a superheated atmosphere, but beakers claim that it may once have supported life. That is scary to think about, an entire planet boiling in water. Now, a special project has been issued to study the molten planet. And so if we can get a little bit closer here, I actually can't see, I don't see where that's taking place at, but we got a new situation log here. Our fleets are now in position, and we're gonna get ready to see some of our first contact, our first combat at least, with another empire in the galaxy. Now I'm gonna check over here. I see that there's another fleet here. Now what they're doing, oh yeah, this is one of the challenges for the stream. We're gonna try and see if we can crack open that planet, or crack open that shield, and see what's inside of that planet. But here we have our Feathers of White. This is our Minister of Defense, and we're gonna see about selecting a new trait for this species, or for this leader here. And so, man, don't put me in a situation like this. We got engineering with daily hull regeneration and daily armor regeneration, or fleet organizer. Now guys, if you're watching this, let me know, what do you usually pick in these situations? Do you go with more naval cap, or in this case here, would you rather go with daily hull regeneration? In this case here, I think I'm gonna go with the naval cap, but let me know what you guys think about those type of situations. Ooh, an iron snail race. I think which one are you talking about? Iron snail race. I don't remember which one I was looking at the time. Is it these guys? They're not, I don't know if they look like a snail necessarily. But yeah, we got like a salamander here that looks pretty sweet. Over here, we have a aquatics. Yeah, let me know which one you're talking about. I can't remember. I chat a lot and lose my train of thought here. All right, and so, yo, speaking of mass extinctions, we have another mass extinction planet that we found. Our astronomers are confident that the asteroid belt in this system that we're going to take a quick look at, there's the asteroid belt in the background. It says that they are confident that it was once a habitable planet torn asunder by an unknown force. Now, a special project has been issued, and holy moly, you're telling me that this ginormous asteroid and this ring going around the sun used to be an entire planet. And so that's man, that's some of the stuff that I like about Stellaris. Just like each system has something different in it. Each system has its own story. It's incredible. And so we'll probably survey or just research that a little bit later. In the meantime, though, I'm waiting for my fleets still just to get here. I see no attacking fleets just yet. Oh, I see some fleets over here. And it looks like they're going to get ready to attack my subject. And so we're going to put our foot on the gas and start working our way through this area here. I do see that we are entering a nebula, so we'll have to be very careful because there are some negative modifiers there towards my fleets. If we go in there, things like we won't be able to see what is inside of that system. Not until we actually go into it. And so for all we know, there could be some sort of powerful star base in that system. There could be anything here. And so here we've already dived into the first system that isn't a nebula. And if you check it, there's the clouds. If you see these little cloud-like things going on in the background of a system, that's letting you know that that is a nebula. Now, we're going to jump over here to the Baul organism. This is one of our first dig sites that we've encountered. And it says that the decoded ancient data crystals have been found at the dig site, chronicling the Grunner's military exploits. While most are local and of little interest, several volumes detail the Grunner's first encounter with an alien species referred to as the Baul organism. Now, a little more could be gleaned about the Baul at this point, save that they were a massive plantoid species and had many colonies seeded along the stars. And so this is enticing, and we're going to keep on digging. And I have a renowned paragon that is currently researching that agreement. And so for our paragon here, I think he is... Let me go to my leaders here. Oh, and we have an envoy available as well. We'll check that out in a moment. But Naz's Dementor, he is a archivist who seeks to gather knowledge from dead civilizations. He digs up ancient wonders on dead worlds and looks for relics in abandoned ships that drift through the void between the stars. Now, he has some really cool traits, and one in particular is on researching any anomaly, he gets tech points in all research categories equal to a monthly production ×1. So that's one of them, and I thought there was another one too that he had. Let me see, where is it at? I thought he had something where, I might be wrong, but yeah, I'm not seeing it here, but I was pretty sure he had something that gives like space or rare resource deposits out there, but I'm not sure. I was for sure he had something like that, but yeah, here it is. So for his science ship effect, he surveys 25% faster, and he gets a 10% strategic resource discovery chance. And so if we go back to my systems over here, you guys will notice like we have volatile motes here, we have those rare crystals, we have exotic gas, Zro. We almost have like every special resource in my systems thanks to that renowned paragon for surveying those areas. And so enough with him though. Let's go ahead and start mining some of these minerals in these stations here. We're gonna go ahead and relocate back up here in this direction, and we're gonna continue doing some more expansion as well. And so keeping our game going, we got our fleets in position here, and now they are attacking the first of the dynastic union here, our Federation's rivaling empire right now. And so we're going to keep on pushing forward here. I'm watching their fleets, and it looks like their military fleets have backed off. I don't know where they went, but yeah, again, a lot of these systems are in... Oh, there it is. And so I think we outnumber their fleets right now, but we'll see how they decide to move. We're going to try and take this base next, and bingo, we have it. They're moving ships back and forth. We still have fleet numbers on them, and we're going to try and... I think they're going to be running away. they're going back into these systems. And so we have finished a archaeological dig site. Let's see, is this the Grunner? No, this is the Popular Rock. And so this situation says, by tracing weak energy trails, most likely left by a spacefaring vessel, one particular asteroid in the cluster was singled out. Closer inspection of the asteroid surface confirmed the theory of prior space traffic, as multiple signs of landing and takeoff were found on rocky exteriors. Now, sensors also indicate cavities and tunnels within the asteroid, which may be excavated. And so we will keep on digging. I thought I said it was finished, but I guess not. Cool. Oh, so the Baul. This one's the one that's finished. We had 2 dig sites at the same time. And so back to the Baul, it says data crystal records reveal that the Grunner waged war against the Baul, desiring the plentiful resources proportionally found on their planets. Now, a set of system coordinates have been successfully extracted from one such record, and our archaeologists are uploading the planet's location to our systems now. And so this is going to issue a new project, the former Baul colony investigation. And so, yeah, that's going to lead us to something else different, and we'll let our scientists get busy there. And so over here we got our first, let's see, nope. We still haven't fought any of their ships just yet. They're still kind of retreating. Let's see here, and it looks like we have another dig site that has been located. That's right here. This is the 2-angle dig site. So apparently there's too many perfections on that world. And over here we have currently that we can reach the get inside dig site. And let's see, we have the kleptomaniac rats dig site. And I think there should be, I think we have the project that's going to lead to the last Baul, or at least further into that dig site. Let's go ahead and reinforce our fleets, or at least as many as we can. Our fleets are currently sitting right now, just kind of waiting. I'm curious to see here. Oh yeah, their ships are backing out. In that case, we're gonna go ahead and push forward here and take this system as well. We're gonna take that base, knock it out while there's no fleets in it, and take advantage of it while it's there. For our next physics technology, let's jump over to fusion reactor. I'm also buried under many kleptomaniac rats. Yo, Old Man Mordaith, what is going on? Welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? It is hump day. Hopefully all is well. We're playing with the Common Ground Origin again. We did a stream earlier this morning on the Stellaris platform, and so now I'm jumping back in. I was itching for some more Stellaris gameplay, and we're doing this thing here. And so welcome. Guys, if you don't know Old Man Mordaith, check him out. Wonderful content creator as well. We have a new founded colony. All right. It says that we have established colony on the Winged Landing planet. And so doing good. How are things going? How did the cheese fun times go? It went well. So it was a little tricky. It was my first time playing co-op in Stellaris. And I mean, this was set up this way, but our goals kind of conflicted each other. And so for the other creator, he had more diplomatic-based goals, whereas I had more goals like conquering things or being at war. And so it was, a little bit of tug of war, but it was fun. It was interesting. Playing together, I could see how it could be very much so beneficial, but man, the way we're playing right now, like I said, it's back and forth, and then we're letting chat interact with the playthrough as well. And so, I had a lot of fun with that. I pretty much do that already. I talk with chat. We make polls. We make things that people can vote on and interact with. And so this was just kind of like a fun, just a regular stream for me. I like doing it already. And the fact that Stellaris allows me to do it on their platform is absolutely wonderful. And so, here we're going to go ahead and check out our new colony, and let's get started on building something there. So Winged Landing. This planet does not have a lot going on at the moment. We'll go ahead and build a city district just to get some housing up on this planet. And after that, I believe my pops, I think they were just growing a little bit slower. I don't know if I have any pop growth type of buildings, but I do see that this world has a lot of industrial districts. And so I'm thinking maybe a forge world, maybe a factory world, get some more consumer goods. I'm not sure necessarily where I'm going to dive at just yet with that. Probably the latter there, since I have no consumer goods at the moment. And so we'll go ahead and get started on a industrial district. I wanted to check my minerals as well, since that is probably going to burn into those. And let's look at our next tradition here. And so we started with the diplomacy tradition tree just because of our origin, and we only have one tradition there. the Federation tradition. And so we're going to go over here to supremacy. And since I only have one more tradition to put into this tree, it'll complete it and we'll get another ascension perk. And so the great game is going to be our final supremacy tradition point here. And it says that as we continue to expand, other empires will inevitably challenge our claims as we would theirs. We are locked in a great game of resources and territory. It is nothing less than our duty to come out on top. And so that is kind of how I went into this game at the start. I'm like, yo, we have to win, whether it be through taking systems right very early, which we did pretty good of. It's not to like really, I guess we were trying to conquer one of our other species, or one of our other allies, but hey, you either remain neutral, get conquered, or do the conquering. And so I'd rather be the other two. I would rather not be conquered, but this will increase damage versus star bases by 20%. And then before we look at our ascension perk, completing the supremacy tradition tree will says that adopting all supremacy traditions will grant the following additional effect. It unlocks the war doctrine policies. And so cool stuff. I'll check out that policy in a bit. Let's select our next ascension perk here. And so we got a couple of options. We could go with Grasp the Void. This will give me 5 additional starbase capacity. That could be good. We could go with Shared Destiny since we already have a subject. It says that your subjects do not suffer monthly loyalty penalties from you having multiple subjects. Now, I only have one right now, so maybe we'll hold off on this one for a bit. Maybe if we get another subject later on, that could be something that we dive into. Mastery of Nature could be nice. But I think right now, Grasp the Void, I think I might give this one a try. FTL technologies will now appear 1.5 times the normal rate. And so I was looking at Interstellar Dominion, but we've pretty much expanded a bunch already. And yo, the fleet, the naval cap shot all the way up to 97 right there. And so that is going to give us plenty of room to build a third, maybe even a 4th fleet. And so let's go ahead and get started on reinforcing as many ships as we can. Looks like we have just 1 Corvette queued up right now. Probably because I don't have any alloys. And so jumping back over here, and I always get confused why it doesn't add the ships to the build queue. I don't know if it's something that I'm doing on my part, but for now, we'll go ahead and just pass by with, we have 4 Corvettes on the way. My fleets are currently sitting up here, and this is our first engagement. So let's see how it goes after we select our new engineering technology, and we're gonna go with destroyers next. Definitely need those. I'm looking at the AI. They have 27 Corvettes right now, and so I think we might be able to pull this one off. And yes, we sure did. We're gonna look at the combat report here and see how we did. We actually lost no ships in that battle, and so a nice little victory there for the Beakborns. They lost half of their fleet right there. Half of their fleet. And so their damage output, 66%. Not the greatest. Our damage output, 100%. We have nothing but nuclear missiles, and we got to be very careful with that because if they decide to run point defense, we could be in danger. But yeah, we did about 63% damage to their armor, but 100% damage to their hull. Not bad. Not bad. Outside of that, yeah, we'll be keeping an eye on how they're running their ships here. But right now, it looks like the design that I have right now, going with mostly armor and missiles, seems to be working pretty fairly. And so we have another faction that has been found, the Alien Equality Center. And so let's give a quick peek at these here. And it looks like right now, whoa, we've won the war already. Okay. So apparently we've made peace with the member we were at war with. That was a very quick war right there. And it looks like the one of my allies expanded those 2 systems that we conquered. So let's go back and reach out to these guys. I'm pretty sure they're not accepting subjugation. No way, Jose. They're gonna say no. And usually around this time, this is when I'm like, yo, let's see who we can maybe squeeze in some sort of agreement with. And you know what? These machines might be my next target. We're gonna see if we can establish an embassy with them, which we can. And then we'll work on increasing relations with them. Over here, we have another empire that is kind of like a baby empire, but nonetheless, all empires are worthy of being subjugated. We can use a envoy. Yes, and we shall. You know what? Better yet, I'm going to use the envoy on the machines instead, and we're going to try to subjugate these guys by friendship. And so let's improve relations with them. And man, it's so different doing that now. Like I said, playing Total War Empires for the past 2 campaigns have just made me think of just conquering other species. Why wait? Just conquer. Let's grab our fleets here, and we're gonna go ahead and pull them back. They're all the way over here. You know, that campaign was a lot shorter than I had planned for, and now let's send them back to our home system, where that may be. Oh, here it is. System Nest. And so you guys may see my home world is connected to these other empires. These are all allies right now, and we want to keep it that way. But let's jump back to our construction ships up here. And one of them I'm going to have go ahead and just automatically construct. The other, I will have continue to expand our borders. And yeah, we're going to be working on entering this system here next and trying to start working on this get inside archaeological dig site. Now, in the meantime, though, I'm looking around. All of our resources look okay, minus the consumer goods, which we have plenty stocked away right now. And so just losing one isn't going to be the end of the world for my empire. For our home worlds, we have plenty of jobs. We have plenty of housing going. This is my second planet, and maybe we could look for a third world. And so this world I'm going to hold off on because we have the kleptomaniac rats. Definitely don't want to colonize that world just yet. I've had some situations in the past happen that have caused me quite a setback here. But here we have the dissected dig site. Let's see what we got going on here. And so water hoarders. Now the discovery of more history of vast canyons filled with mushrooms provided us with the beginning of an answer. The water inside the mushrooms. They seem to span a large part of this, the surface of the world, all connected to the same mycelium, there we go, which technically makes it a single organism, and one of the biggest we've ever seen. Now, some of the members of the team dubbed this humongous fungus the Fumungus. That is hilarious. The Fumungus. And so it looks like the mushrooms have been genetically altered and have completely taken over the ecosystem that once existed here. Their unbridled and accelerated growth was such that they absorbed most of the water that was present here. They subsequently entered a sort of dried up dominant state in which most of the fungus is still alive, with water spread out across the whole organism. Now, you guys know me, and that situation alone just made me a little thirsty there. I gotta have water, and so if something like this happened in real life, I would be terrified. But yes, my renowned Paragon is researching this, and we're just getting him as much XP as we can. Now, this guy, how old is he? He's 97 years old, and they already mentioned that he is a little bit of an older character, but I'm going to keep leveling him up until he dies. We'll take advantage of him while he's here. All right, so yeah, we've already won our first war with our Federation. Here we have the popular rock dig site. And sorry, we might be reading a few of these dig sites here, yeah, through this run here. But getting inside the asteroid, the expedition made quite a fascinating discovery. Abandoned chiropods, hundreds of thousands of them, lined vast dugout and chambers. Now, each pod was open and inactive, giving the impression that they had already fulfilled their purpose. Uh-oh. And so the current theory is that the asteroid served as some kind of colonization shuttle hurled through space towards some prosperous habitat. When in proximity to its destination, automated systems woke up the slumbering cargo and they left the asteroid in short-distance spacecraft to get to their new home. And so cool stuff. It's like a Uber. It's like an asteroid Uber. And so now we've gained the option to research self-aware colony ships. Cool stuff. And so those ascension perks, they can always be fun to read through. And conflict, what is it good for? What is this? Now, a war is broken out on... Oh, I think it's pre-FTLs. Yeah. Now, in recent years, certain factions on this planet managed to accrue enough wealth to monopolize the means of production. Now, in turn, others revolted against the growing inequality now, and an all-out class war has been broken out. It's a dark time for this planet. This will have lasting consequences. And so, for 2 years, we're going to be gaining 25% more observation insight progress on this empire. But yeah, now they're at war. What is it good for? It's good for observing species. That's what. And so outside of that, though, yeah, everything else is looking pretty solid. We got our game moving on here. I'm gonna go ahead and crank the speed up just a little bit more now that we got some peacetime going. Not too fast, though. Let's start by building some more bases. No! And so we just lost our first leader of the game, our head of research. And you know what? I'm going to put our renowned Paragon on it. And so that was sad. but it was a short-lived, sad death there. Sorry, buddy. But we got a good spot. We got somebody else that's a little bit better at that position. Hopefully they don't die anytime soon. But man, we just lost our first scientist. That's tragic. Where did this happen at? It happened, I think, right here. But yeah, that is unfortunate. Very unfortunate indeed. And so one scientist down. No worries, though. I think right now we've kind of surveyed as many of the systems as we can. We have a few that are inside here that we still haven't gotten to just yet, but I still have 2 more scientists. We'll get them around to surveying those systems right now. In the meantime, I just got them kind of both doing their own thing. They're automatically exploring or automatically... Wow, that was quick. All these wars are happening so fast. But yeah, the scientists are just automatically researching projects and anomalies right now. And so after we chose not to involve ourselves with the enlightened politics of the war with those pre-FTL species we were just looking at, it ended on its own accord. Now the oppressive powers steamrolled the revolutionaries with ease, and so the status quo has been restored. The revolution is dead. And so just one pop on that planet dies. And one pop is equal to a lot of pops. And so, yeah, that sounds like not a lot, but that's a whole lot of pops on that planet. Outside of that, though, yeah, we are still trying to close in this little bitty island of unexplored, or not unexplored, unclaimed systems. Let's double check over here, see what's going on with the Robros. I want to see how much closer we are to subjugation. It looks like nothing just yet. Let's go back to that building more star bases here. And so we got a few queued up already. And actually, before we start that, let's start building some modules and buildings on these before we build another star base here. And so I already got plenty of anchorage, or I got plenty of naval cap right now. I'm going to start building some more shipyards. And this is something that I was watching someone else play before, and I saw them building shipyards on a bunch of their bases early on so that they could build more ships at once. Instead of just upgrading one base. And as well, we're going to go with the hydroponic bay as well for some more food. But yeah, some of these bases I'll go back later on in the game, and we'll change what modules and buildings we have on there, just depending on what's happening in the situation. Now, my fleets are almost back to our home system, and we're going to be sure to repair all the fleets. Make sure everyone... Oh, wow, I can actually repair my fleets at a Federation allies starbase. So cool stuff there. Speaking of Federation, we have a new level here. We've reached level 3 of this Federation. This is a Holy Covenant, aka the Sanctified Compact Empire. And let's take a look at our new traits here. And so reaching level 3 of a Federation gives us the ecclesiastical funding. And it says that the priestly orders cannot thrive without wealth. We shall harness the power of commerce to grant them greater prosperity and therefore put us closer to fulfilling our spiritual aims. Now, this will grant us access to the Holy Covenant trade policy, which grants far greater unity conversion than mercantile trade policies. Cool stuff. Our second trait for a level 3 Holy Covenant, the Heavenly Accord. Now, the ever greater closeness of our union shall bear fruit in the prosperity and spiritual well-being of our peoples. And so this will just give me a 20% planetary ascension effect. And then our final trait, in pursuit of ascension. Now, leadership of this Holy Covenant is a grand step towards spiritual ascension, and this will decrease planetary ascension cost by 20%. And so lots of just ascension traits in this level 3 category here. I'm actually curious to see what's up with this Holy Covenant trade policy. We were going to look at the policies a little bit earlier on. Let's go ahead and take a look at those now. And so policies and edicts. Right now we have the Diplo grants going on right now, but let's go over here to our trade policy. We have it currently set to wealth creation. And so each trade value will earn me 1 energy credit. I'm going to keep it this way for now, but if we wanted to, and maybe, let's just say later on, we generate enough energy credits that we don't need to use wealth creation at the moment, we could jump over to Holy Covenant. And this will instead turn my trade value into, it cuts my energy credits in half for how much we earn from trade value. And it gives that other 0.5 to unity. And so we'll be getting both of those. And in case, in the late game, if I want to try to finish rushing through my my traditions, we could do that. Alrighty, and so let's go ahead and keep this thing going here. Level 3 of our Federation. Now, we have about 2 more years to go in our Federation until we will be electing a new leader. And so I'm going to go here and see if there are any. Oh, we can actually change the succession term to 40 years. And it looks like all of the members of the Federation will be agreeing to that. And so we'll have a vote on that, see what happens. And that'll increase our term to the year 2240. It's 2228 right now. And so that'll add another 10 years, putting us at 12 years total of having this Federation, or being president of this Federation. On top of that, once that resolution, or once that law passes, I'm going to see about changing our Federation centralization to medium. And so there it is. The vote has been changed. Another 12 years of being president of this Federation has been added. And now we're going to go here and add the medium Federation centralization. And I believe most of the Federation members will vote on that as well. This says that the Federation has a good deal of influence over its members while still allowing some independent governing. Now, what this is going to do is, it says that this level of centralization will add 30 to the base level of intel provided by this Federation type, setting it to a minimum of 80. And so our allies are going to know about us, we're going to know about them, and this is actually going to decrease our monthly cohesion by 2, which is absolutely not even going to really hurt us at all, because I think we're at like 9 cohesion per month right now. But it says that some laws are locked and require increasing the centralization to unlock them. Now, the Federation must first level up to gain access to a higher centralization. Be cautious though, as the centralization is increased, cohesion will suffer. And so yeah, we'll see what happens here when that's active. I'm hoping, oh yeah, see, I need to get our level up to level high cohesion or centralization so that we can have this strongest succession type. If we can do that, I'll try to remain on top and decide what category is considered to be the strongest to keep that person as a president of the Federation. And so that'll be finished here in a bit. We'll just kind of wait a second. There it is. 2 laws have been passed. I want to say resolution because of the Galactic community, but 2 laws have been passed in this Federation. And now we can start adding some fleet contribution, but I'm going to wait a little bit because it looks like we're getting a lot of opposition for that law to be passed. War declaration is set to unanimous vote. I'm going to keep some of these B for now. Let's keep it unanimous. All right, and so you know what? I'm actually okay with migration treaties are free and automatic between all Federation members. I don't see why we would not enable that, but I was for having all bird species, but if we're playing a common grounds type of playthrough, we're gonna have other species on our planet as well helping out. And yeah, we're just gonna try and form a bond here with our allies. And so now let's go ahead and start automatically constructing, and I'm gonna grab my fleets now and send them to start clearing out some of these. In this case here, we have some ancient mining drones. We got all kinds of space creatures out in space right now. We need to get these territories under control, and so that we can expand to those borders a little bit later on. And so I'm going to jump to my fleet manager once again, rinse and repeat. We're going to add some more fleets, and I want to go to all right, one of my fleets are being upgraded right now. The other is in orbit to it. Nice. And so one fleet's been upgraded. Yo, Simon's TV, what is going on? And welcome to the stream. Thank you for the raid. Anyone from Simon's TV's community, and Manowara, welcome. Hopefully you guys are having a wonderful hump day. We are playing some Stellaris with our avian species. We were playing with the Common Grounds Origin. Hopefully you had a wonderful stream today, Simon's TV. And yeah, what were you guys playing today? And if you are from Simon's TV's community and you don't know who I am, I'm Alpha Delete. I play a lot of Stellaris and other Paradox Interactive games, and just, you know, micromanagement strategy games and things like that in general. I love streaming this type of content. I've put together these grand campaigns for these kind of runs. And yeah, if you like following that stuff, I got other socials that you can catch up on this run that we're in right now. But stream was great, playing some more Community Factorio. Yeah, I don't know if I've ever played that game before, and I feel like when I've seen you and like another couple of other creators play it, it looks like a really complex game. Or I don't know what I'm looking at. It kind of looks like a Sega Genesis game mixed with, like, I don't know what. I can't even really say what I'm watching, but we were watching Simon's trying to do nuclear engineering in Factorio. Many meltdowns could have happened. Ooh. I may or may not have set our nuclear reactor on fire in accident. Ooh, interesting. Wow. I might have to check this out because that sounds like fun. So is this like is Factorio kind of like a management type of game, or how is that? Is it like a sandbox builder? Just a happy little accident. Those are the best kind of accidents in gaming though. But yeah, guys, here we're just going ahead. We've already won our war against the Dynastic Union. We had a war with our Federation. And now I'm just trying to wiggle my way around the galaxy. And I guess in this case here, we're trying to use some diplomacy to just gain more power in our Federation. Now, I've been president for, we are entering our 30th year of presidency here in a little bit. We've extended it another 10 years. And so now it'll be 40 years for my entire term. Factorio is a building and balancing a factory with combat mixed into it. Actually, it's 100% my fault. I was struggling with making bullets and they wanted me to do nuclear power. Ooh. Yo, I like that. And yo, for anybody that's in my community that's watching Simon's TV, if you like interactive playthroughs, Simon's TV, I believe, is a really good content creator at allowing, or not allowing, but making these streams where you can interact with this game. He is really good at Twitch integration, and honestly, like, if I could do that a little bit better, if there was a way to do that with Stellaris, I would totally do it. And so sometimes you started the reactor and nothing connected to it and went meh. This is a future us problem. But yeah, here we go. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and move forward. Twitch integration, it's such an awesome method of streaming. I agree. I like that kind of stuff. And right now I've been kind of tinkering with YouTube, and in between streams, I tend to have like boats and things for the community. That's the best I can do right now. But yeah, any kind of way that I can try to get chat or the community involved in the content, I try to. And so I kind of look up to that aspect of your streams a whole lot. And I think you do a wonderful, wonderful job at that. And so guys, we got the rubricator here. We have the rubricator. This is a dig site from the kleptomaniac rats, and it says that toppled over buildings, crashed spaceships, lumps of melted junk, and trinkets burned to a crisp indicate that the former inhabitants of this relic world that we found fled their homes in the midst of a losing battle against a superior foe. Now, the presence of bodies bearing foreign military insignia suggests it may have been in fighting between clans of rats native to different homeworlds. So it sounds like a rat-like war here. Now, their excavation efforts were impeded by the unwillingness to abandon their treasured trinkets, and many lost their lives scrambling to save completely mundane items. Now, one artifact, however, seems to have held a special place in their society, the rubricator. And it appears that they have fought long and hard to save it, but ultimately had to leave it behind. And so tragic there. And guys, if you want to learn more information about the Empire I'm playing with here, be sure to hit that exclamation point Empire, and it'll give you some more details about it. But yes, we are very curious about this rubricator. I am worried though about the end of that archaeological dig site, and I want to make sure. Wait a second. All right, cool. I just wanted to make sure that my renowned Paragon was not the one researching that archaeological dig site. All right, just for future problems that we have queued up here. But yeah, you know what? I'm thinking here that we got one more leader available. Let's jump over to one of our shipyards here, and let's start by building a third science ship. We had one scientist that died a while ago, and unfortunately, I mean, we didn't get around to replacing them. I have a renowned Paragon, and I kind of skimmed past it. But no, we need another one here so that we can start researching some projects at a little bit of a faster rate. Now, this is another dig site. This is the Desiccated, and it says deep in the heart of one of the forests of the world that we are currently surveying for this dig site. It's in a nice juicy nebula system that you can see here in the background. It says that in the canyons we discovered some sort of bunker long overrun by mushrooms. Now, before the situation that we're looking at right now, apparently the planet is completely dry, and it turns out that there's these mushrooms that just drain the world of all of their water, and I think it killed off a species. And so the team believes that it was built by the same species that genetically altered the mushrooms here. Now, large sections of the bunker have collapsed, and a lot of the equipment within it is likely broken beyond repair. But we've identified some sealed rooms that might hold exploitable materials. Notably, no alien remains have been found here. Maybe they abandoned the place. or else didn't leave behind any body parts that were absorbed by the local life. And so, yeah, we're trying to figure out, where are these aliens at? Why does this planet just have nothing? And so, intriguing. We'll go ahead and get 10 minor artifacts from that and continue this dig site. And so we got a new technology. Let's see what we got. A tile block clearing technology. And let's go for, you know what? I can imagine here in a bit, my fleets are probably going to be filling up. And so let's go ahead and expand that fleet command limit by another 20. And on top of that, my Starwing Ur, this is my current ruler. This is interesting. I've never seen this happen before. She only has one veteran level that I can select here, and that's the visionary trait. And so what this does is it decreases pop upkeep and increases trade value. We'll hit okay on that, and my leader has leveled up. On top of that, we can go ahead and upgrade our fleets while we're at it. And the next time I upgrade these, after that, we're gonna go ahead and start attacking some of these. Here we have some ancient extraction operations going on. We can't allow that. We cannot allow that. And so I'm gonna go ahead and move my scientists here instead. I know they got a dig site that they're working on. Actually, you know what? We'll keep them excavating that dig site for now. And I'm going to move this other scientist once we get our ships over there. And I also want to keep a construction ship nearby. And so we're going to go ahead and move this construction ship all the way over here. And by the time my fleets finish upgrading and things like that, we'll try to get everybody in this Gamma Dracona system. Yo! Zoe, what's going on? Welcome to the stream. Hopefully everyone from Zoe's community had a phenomenal time there, because every time I'm over there, I feel uplifted. One of the most charismatic streamers I know on Twitch. Zoe, how are you doing today? How's the stream? Welcome everyone. Soma, what's going on? Hello, USM, Sunflowery Shy. I like your name. It is a Zoe raid. Hello there. But yeah, how are you doing today? How's everyone doing? Hopefully you guys are having a wonderful hump day. Hopefully the stream went wonderful. We just had a raid and now we got another one. And if you guys don't know me, I'm Alfie Delete. I play Stellaris, I play strategy games, and I put together campaigns. That's just the simple way of kind of explaining it here. But yeah. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. It is hot as hell here, but otherwise wonderful. Nice. It is pretty toasty here as well. I got an ultimate Frisbee game tomorrow, and I look forward to just running. After work, I'm just going to go book it. I'm in a league, and so I've been having some fun playing Ultimate. Nightmare, yes, we do have a lot of naval cap right now, and that's because we just unlocked an Ascension perk that gives us 5 extra star bases. And so we will be filling those up here, but we're in a pretty comfortable spot. I'm a Overlord. I'm the president of a level 3 Federation. I got another 11 years of presidency there as well, and so we're trying to increase the Federation centralization as high as we can so that maybe we can squeeze in a law that keeps us as president as long as possible. And so right now we're just kind of going with the flow right now. And yeah. Thank you for, I can't see who gave that shout out, but thank you for that. But yeah, Zoe, thank you so much for bringing your community by. I appreciate it. And yeah, welcome to our Stellaris Empire of Feathers playthrough. This is with our avian species. And we're playing a more diplomatic-based empire. Yo, Defugal, what's going on? Welcome to the stream. Guys, my moderator here kicking some butt. Hopefully you're doing all right this Wednesday as well. Just lurking right on. No worries. Thank you. And so we have a insight breakthrough that is imminence. It says that we've gathered enough information to create a new insight technology to explore even further. Now, the next time we have an observation event that we would advance our insight on, we will gain a new research option. Nice. Very nice. And so, this is coming from this system down here. We have a pre-FTL species that was at war with each other. And they have this dead god thing that I keep pulling up. I keep meaning to look at this afterwards. But yeah, this is a pretty cool trait for for one of my planets that I have not seen before. But yeah, these guys were at war on this world and it kind of set them back just a little bit. But wow, they only have 1 pop on this planet? I just remembered earlier on in the stream, they got hit by an asteroid. And so there's not much left here, but yeah. Oh yeah. Outside of that though, we got our fleets here. I believe they're all upgraded. Let me grab a science ship. And let's go ahead and recruit a 3rd scientist. And so we got a couple of options. Let's see, happiness, survey speed, and let's go with the anomaly discovery chance. Or should we? Yeah, let's go with the anomaly discovery chance. All right, so that's there. We have this guy, and now I think I might. I can't survey these systems because there's space amoeba here. All right, in that case, I'm just going to go ahead and position them in the system that we mentioned before. After I survey that, and next up, we're going to grab our fleets. I got a 2.9K right there, and we're going to go ahead and just send both of them to attack these mining drones. We're going to see what's up, test our fleet power. In the meantime, though, I got enough room here to build another base, and let's look for preferably a system that's in my sector. And speaking of sectors, I'm going to enable the sector map mode now, and so you're going to see kind of like a white shaded area kind of pop up here. There it is. And so it's a very small sector, but everything that's in this sort of like white kind of border here, that's going to belong to us. And so rattle them, boys. Yes, yes, yes. You're speaking my language right now. We're going to go ahead and attack those mining drones here in a second. Is that what they are? Oh, they're mineral extraction operations. And so yes, they are ancient mining drones. And so we got our fleets queued up to go in that direction next. And let's grab our construction ship. They're here. Want to make sure that our fleets are meeting kind of like in that area at the same time so that we can expand there first, because we do have an ally that is right next to them. All right, and so we're just going to kick back, relax, wait and see what happens. Let's go ahead and reinforce our fleets as well, just in case we take any losses. And we have another tradition point here available. And so I'm kind of torn right now. Let's see what options we got for a new tradition. I may jump back to diplomacy, or we might try something else out. And so statecraft, I haven't messed with this one a whole lot. It appears that this gives me a couple of modifiers for my leaders. A powerful council allows for our empire to be more responsive. And so as you can see here, it gives me an extra leader capacity. It gives me an effective counselor skill. And if we complete, this is only if we finish it though. And it gives me another ascension perk. On top of that, we get the Galactic administration tech progress. And so cool stuff there. But yeah, I think for now, I may just go ahead and stay over here in the diplomacy tradition here. And we have a lot of embassies right now. And so one thing I will say is we have a lot of unity at the moment. We're in this game for 30 years and we're already up to, I know it's not like a huge thing. I mean, I'm sure other empires that you guys may be playing with probably get more unity than what I got right now. But for me in this run, that's a lot of unity. Let's get some more. 3 unity from each embassy that we have. It says the diplomatic networking, the influence and prowess of our ambassadorial network is a source of great pride to the Beak Minion people. And so for the Beak Minion people, my species are called Beakborns. Since we're avian species, we're bird-like species, I think the Beakborn name fits it perfectly. And so more isn't bad, I agree. More never hurts. Just sometimes I try to have a little bit of a balance to my economy and my resources that I have here. And so like in our case here, we have such low consumer goods. And so that's going to, I like building those research labs. Here's my home world. I haven't been able to build as many because we had some amenity problems. Building that consumer good building turns those consumer goods into unity. And that's why we're a little low right now. But yo, we got some hostile fleets we're engaging and we have a dig site that's popped up. Let's see what happens with this battle first. And so battling underway.
Alert. Spaceborne life form encountered.
Let's see how it goes. I see they're taking some losses.
Research project concluded.
All right, so this is another project. We're going to skip past this for now, but it does give me nanomechanics options to research in the engineering technology. And let's see, there it is. They're taking losses. That base is going to be destroyed.
Spaceborne life form encountered.
I got my fleets here. We're going to go ahead and send our science ship to survey this system now. And I'm going to right away move my construction ship there. Even though we can't, build a starbase over that system just yet, it doesn't hurt to get that construction ship in that system right away so that we can get started on it as soon as the system is finished. Now, my renowned Paragon is continuing to research this dig site here. This is the desiccated dig site. And now we have a fungal tamperers. And so if you're here from Zoe Monroe's community, or if you're here from Simon's community and you missed this dig site situation here, pretty much we found a desert world. There used to be species on it. We had signs of like alien activity on this planet, and we're trying to figure out where they went. Why are they not here? Over time, we found out that there is a mushroom that is like a widespread mushroom that is collecting all the water. And so now we're at this point where it says that the bunker on this world was used to protect commuting equipment. Now, some of which appears to be directly connected to the mycelium. And so what? These mushrooms have a computing equipment connected to them? That is bizarre. Now, thankfully, we managed to reactivate several terminals and databanks. Now, breaking the encryption and deciphering the language used will take time, and the team has requested that several of our top I can never say this word. I butcher this word every time. Whatever. Be sent here to help, pretty much. They just want help. And so, interesting. That word does something to my brain. Linguist. There we go. All right, so here we have the kleptomaniac rats, and I'm gonna stick to one dig site for now. But yeah, we'll come to this one once this one's finished. This one we are finding a item that these rats that we're going to war about, we're all like, oh yeah, you know what? We're cool with this. This is the best item that we can put on this world, and so we're just kind of figuring out more about it. It's going to lead to the rubricator. And so here it looks like we lost 2 corvettes. I want to see what kind of power these guys were pumping out here. And it looks like they have some, man, they're cutting some lasers, that's for sure. They have some lasers, some cutting lasers, but it wasn't enough. We managed to hold them off and beat them. We destroyed a couple of their drones, but they retreated. I actually didn't know that drones could retreat. Like in Star Trek Discovery, I actually haven't seen Star Trek Discovery. I got some Star Trek to catch up on. But is that something that has happened in that show, USM? Something with mushrooms? Okay, and so outside of that, though, we're going to continue our game. Where do they go? We don't know. Oh, where did the machines go? That I'm not sure. All we know is that they did retreat, and yeah. Why, yes. The drones, yeah. There's no telling. It just said that half of them, or whatever was left of their fleets, went back and retreated. Now we just found another empire here. It's the Star Realm. Let's see what this is a toxoid species. This reminds me of the brutes from Halo. Excuse me, but they say that they speak on behalf of the Star Realm, and I have been authorized to bring you greetings. As long as you stay out of our internal affairs and treat our great leader, High Queen Quartzel Prasley, with reverence, I see no reason for our diplomatic relations to sour. Okay, well, cool. We wish for nothing but to be friends. That I could be cool with. More friends that we could possibly subjugate later? Sounds wonderful. And so over here, let's see about forming a research agreement with these guys. And let's see about also, can I not subjugate you? Oh, they're at war right now. This is good, because if they lose, who are they at war with? Let's find out. They're currently at war with, oh, these guys again. What? Oh, well, that's tragic because they're not a part of our federation, so we won't be able to join them. But I do think that's, oh, these guys are inferior still. I can't subjugate them. They pretty much hate us, and they don't want anything to do with us. These guys I've been trying to subjugate as well, but they're belligerent. And they're not having it either. So no more subjugation for a while, unless, no, we're going to go ahead and just we're going to establish an embassy with the toxoids now. And so now we're starting to make contact with more empires out there in the galaxy. I think we're going to be getting closer here to forming the galactic community. And so once we form, when we form embassies, we get extra unity from that. And so already my unity has jumped up about maybe 20 more points. But yeah, we have plenty of embassies. We almost have an embassy with every empire out there. Almost. Just almost. But yeah. Now we have a research agreement with these guys as well. If they lose this war and they remain an independent empire, I'll come back to subjugating them, or trying to subjugate them. But for now, we're going to continue looking around in these areas and seeing if we can, I might just go ahead and send my fleets in here to attack this much stronger fleet. And here's another first contact protocol. This time with lithoids. This is the Galactic Rack Hegemony. And they say, we are the Galactic Rack, minions of the wise overlord Opshin Nokshin 1. Our aim is to improve ourselves through the use of technology, and whether you agree with these goals or not, we trust you will remain amicable neighbors. And so, I can't, predict the future, but praise the divine for this meeting. Wonderful. Another AI that we have found. Here is Rack, the hegemony. And so they're neutral with us right now, which is pretty good. Well, I'm not going to dive too deep into affairs up here for now. We're going to go ahead and look at our new destroyer technology we have. And this is some good stuff. We can build bigger ships. Now, let's go with this exotic gas extraction, because in a couple of my systems, my renowned Paragon has a chance to discover rare resources. And he has found some exotic gases that we are not able to exploit yet. And so once I research this exotic gas extraction, that will allow us to exploit exotic gases. And that we can use to upgrade some of our buildings a little bit later on. And so I got my fleets here currently queued up, and it may be time. Holy moly, that is a lot of alien ships here. Look at all this. I'm sorry, Amoeba, but you must be cleansed out of our area. There is a potentially habitable world here that I want to get my feathers on. And so let's go ahead and see where my construction ship is located. The system still has not been fully surveyed, so we can't expand there. The drone's home, yes. That may be where they expanded to, or that may be where they retreated to. But yeah, here we got a couple of drones, we got their bases, and I don't have the fleet power to even continue with this. But look how massive this is. This is the home base of a ore grinder. And so it's just grinding up ore, and yeah. Doesn't say what it produces. Mr. Freak, damn, Alpha, you're playing Stellaris, streaming War Stellaris? You're a machine. I'm actually an avian species this time around. But yeah, welcome back. I love this game. What can I say? Guys, Mr. Freak, hello. Hello, how you doing? Hopefully all's well. I had a absolute blast streaming some Stellaris earlier this morning, and I wasn't intending on streaming this evening, but I was just like, you know what? I feel like playing some more, and so I get a lot of fun out of playing this game, and just random stories as always. I'm constantly praising the game, and so yeah. He's not a machine, he's a bird. That is true. And so yeah, we are playing with an avian species. We tried out the Common Grounds origin, and I'm trying to use some diplomacy. It's been total war for the past 3 weeks now. Just playing Devouring Swarms, playing with Determined Exterminators, Driven Assimilators, and I'm like, you know what? Let's get back to using a little bit of diplomacy in our runs. And so I say that as I try to conquer one of my allies that I started with in the Common Ground origin, but we're pretty friendly here. We change our map view to opinion map mode. There it is. And so basically I'm trying to line up a friend to play co-op after working on Stellaris all day. Yo, that's going to be pretty sweet. I'm not going to lie. After I was mentioning today how me and EP30 had opposing goals and how it made co-op a little bit more challenging, but how I think it could be very beneficial to play together and having similar goals and allowing you to play on a little bit of a higher difficulty. And so I could see myself learning from other people if I were to play co-op. Me personally, I love playing single player so much. I love kind of playing at my own pace. But if there was a future time where I would play co-op with someone else again, I think there's a lot of opportunities there to learn from other people. And so yeah. Hey man, I suggest let's do a co-op. I know. I'm not planning anything right now. Higher difficulty and faster game speed. Nice. Yeah, higher difficulty and faster game speed. Now, with game speed, that's why I like playing single player so much, because I like to take my time. I can chit chat here with you guys, talk about things, talk about strategies, plan things out in the future. In co-op, I don't want to feel like I'm holding somebody back. I feel like some people, like I said, they play at their own pace. But yeah, higher difficulty and faster game speeds. And from what we saw earlier this morning, no desyncs, absolutely no desyncs in our multiplayer game whatsoever. And so co-op, if that's something you guys are interested in here in chat, highly would recommend it. It's some good stuff. Like I said, there can be some push and pulls here, but no, yeah, for the most part, I think I kind of enjoyed it a little bit. And so yeah, appreciate the opportunity as well. And let's go ahead and get to our game here. And so for our home world, we get about 4 jobs available. Yang slowly turning furry. Yo, if I had the V-tubing capabilities as you guys do, I would dip my toes into that water. But yeah, you guys are the pros at that, and so I'll leave you guys at that. There are a few random count D6 floating around, but I'm sure the devs will crush those too. As always, yo, the custodians kick butt. I have full faith in them. Like I said, even if there were desyncs, which, like I said, today we didn't have any desyncs at all. Even if there were, it would not be a game breaker for me. And so I'm okay with it. You're okay with it. We're all okay with it. Yo, on Planet Fathoria here, we got a couple of jobs open, and let's go. Your ideal Sona? If I had to do a Sona, if I had like a avatar that I would VTube as, I don't know. A penguin? Mr. Freak would have a penguin avatar? What would I be? What would I be? Honestly, for me, I like to really kind of shake up I like always changing things up. I always like shaking my content. If I could be a renowned paragon, if I could be Keides, all right, I'd be Keides from Stellaris, or just one of the paragons. I like their avatars. If I could make their mouth move and things like that, I would totally be a paragon for like different playthroughs. And I would like if I was playing like a tech rushing type empire, I'd pick like one of the like Keides, or if I would play like one of the, or even hold up, speaking of paragons, guys, check out one of the paragons we have in this game here today. This is the first time I've gotten this paragon before. Where is my paragon at? And so here, Nasus Demetor. I'd have this be my character. The cool thing about furries is that you can have multiple saunas. Meow has a bunch. Yo, Meow though. Guys, right now we're talking about Meowpenheimer, who has some crazy interactions with their stream and is just like, I've never seen a non-entertaining stream from Meowpenheimer. Like every time I'm going there, I'm just like mind blown by so many ways that you can interact with their content. And so I have a version of my Snalian avatar that has a moving mouth in OBS. So I don't know how to apply that to OBS though. I've never done anything like that. This right here, this is the only avatar that I've ever been able to add to my stream. And so yeah. Let me see. The cool thing about furries is that you can have multiple though. Nice. And apparently, yeah, I have some furry friends out there in the streaming universe that I didn't even know I was into it. I didn't know I was into like just the furry avatars and things like that. But man, you guys rock, all right? I've seen some of your guys' like multiplayer streams. I'm getting slightly distracted here, but furries, you guys are awesome. It's crazy easy. Okay, copy that. Yeah, I'm gonna have to chat with you about that in the future because that, like I said, that could help me with some role-playing stuff in the future. Like I spend a lot of sometimes I spend a lot of cash on costumes. If you guys follow me for a while, you know that I've been a bunch of different characters, and I've actually had to put that on. Put the brakes on that for a little bit because man, those costumes do get a little pricey here. But if I could do that, that would definitely make things a tad bit easier for me. And so I just wanted to show off this Galactic Paragon here, Mr. Nasus. He's pretty cool. He's 102 years old, but we found him at a very old age. He just came just moving very slowly, like, hey, I can research excavations for you and give you cool resources and things like that. And so we've been putting him to use ever since we found him. And I'm just now realizing this little thing on the back of his head, he's kind of like, he almost looks like he's a cyborg, or he has some sort of cybernetic integrations into his body. But I don't know. His technology, his skill level is so high that what we think is magic to him is just science. And so, yeah, going back to my world here, earlier on, someone mentioned that we have a lot of bases still open, and I'm going to start squeezing on some more star bases. And so we're going to jump over here and maybe add about 2 of them. And oh, though it rightfully belongs to us, a Hive Empire has the audacity to lay claim to one of our systems. What in the world? Headphones NK4? Is that what you're saying the Paragon has? And so, yo, that is not good. Let's see who is this? Where's the Hive at? Oh, these little guys? Oh, wow, and they're making more claims. Magic is just science you have not, that hasn't yet been explained. Exactly. And so, yeah, we're trying to really up all of our stuff. Yes, for the Paragon. he just has some really nice headphones on. All right, so this system has now been surveyed, and we're gonna grab this before our allies can. Look, nothing wrong with them. You know, they're our allies still. but I want those systems, especially if they're near my home world. And I believe this, actually, you know what, this probably won't extend my sector any further. But yeah, all good. Now I got a lot of alerts popping up here. And yo, speaking of our Paragon, he has a couple of options here for new traits. Graftark, they must be staging an invasion. If they do, they will regret that, because I have the power of a federation behind my back. And so we're the president as well. We have 7 years to go, and we'll see if we can level up our federation again and change up some laws to help us remain president. But until then, let's select a trait here. And look at this insightful too. This has to be one of my favorite traits from a Paragon. Every time that we research any anomaly, we get a now ×3 chance to get a, or no. Wait a minute, I'm getting the wrong trait mixed up here. It says, on researching any anomaly, we get technology of all research equal to a monthly production now ×3. And so while he's researching any anomaly, which is what I've had, I changed his auto designation to only research projects and anomalies. And so while he's doing that, he's going to increase the amount of tech that we get per month. On top of that, we are now able to exploit volatile moats and build moat harvesting traps. And so let's go into our physics technology here next. And you know, since we got another empire that are starting to make claims on our systems, that seems a little aggressive. And so I want to make it to where if they want to take our planets, they're going to have to go through a lot of loops and ends to really take our systems here. And so FTL intimidation is going to do just that. If I get this up on my bases, if a hostile fleet enters my system while this is active, the only way they can push through. So let's say, you know, this little bitty blue border. This is the empire that is currently making claims on my systems. If they want to move here, or let's say if they want to move to this system, they want to travel from these two systems here up to this one right here. They're going to have to, if they want to go any further, they're going to have to go, they're going to have to destroy my base or take it, or they can leave the way they came in, but they cannot pass it. All right. They have to destroy that base in order to move into any other systems. But yeah, or they can go back out the way they came in. And so we'll definitely be doing that. And let's see, I got about, yeah, we still got like two bases that we built. Let's build another, I'll put us at 6 bases total. We'll build another 2 bases. And again, we're going to put those, let me make sure that I got the right choke points here for these. All right, so up here, this is a fallen empire. We don't have to worry about these guys right now attacking us. We've done nothing wrong with them. Right now, though, it looks like the 2 choke points that I'm going to want to go for is this system here that has 2 stars in it. One of them is a pulsar. And so I don't know if I've seen a system like this that has a Class A star and a pulsar in it. And I'm curious. I feel like I won't be able to, but I wonder if you could build a fleet eater, aka the quantum catapult over this. I feel like that star might be in the way of it, so it might stop me from being able to do that. But yeah, we'll go ahead and get a base up in this system. We'll get one here. And really, I would want to stop them from, I mean, really, I just want to stop them from getting anywhere. But we'll slow down there. We'll wait until our ships are built up. And actually, we'll jump over here to the user interface. Let's go to our star bases. And all of them have been fully upgraded. They all have all their modules and buildings on it. And so we can worry about adding some of that stuff later. Now, my fleet is currently down here. And we've managed to push out the space amoeba. And so I'm gonna wait on attacking this system because there's a lot of fleet power there, pumping out numbers that I don't think we are going to be able to compete with right now. But we'll for sure come back to that later on. Now, over here, we have some more of these mining drones. These things are all over the place. We're going to go ahead and squash that right away. And then we're going to survey the system and see what's going on there as well. Now, Mr. Freak says, I don't know about quantum catapults, but most megas that require a star requires single stars. Copy that. Region hole, how do you rate? It just kind of depends on what I'm running, but right now for my ships, actually, I'm glad you brought that up because I just remembered we have destroyer ships now. And so let's go to our fleet management. And this is kind of what I've been running for my past couple of games, and it seems to be working. And so for my corvettes, I'm running just mostly missiles and all armor. Now, I like to maybe squeeze on one shield, but in this case here, all armor seems to be helping out a bunch. For my destroyers, I haven't built any yet, and so this is just our default design for the destroyers. But one thing I'm gonna do for starters, replace the shields. We're actually going to go ahead and just auto-complete that, and so that'll add 2 more afterburners to the ship. And we're going to change these to mostly nuclear missiles as well. Oh, this is a jam. Oh, can I not build medium-sized nuclear missiles? In that case, we'll go with the red lasers, because I've seen that the AI, or at least the ships that we've been going up against, they tend to have more armor than shields. And so with our red lasers here, this doesn't do a lot of shield damage, but boy, it does 50% armor damage and 25% hull damage. And so that I'm going to try to use to our advantage in the early game, since I know that in our last battle or in our last war that we had, the other empire was rocking with all of that armor. And so, oh, did I not save that? I sure did not save that. I got so excited here that I jumped ahead here. And so let's go ahead and try this again. Swapping the kinetic weapon with energy weapons will autocomplete, and then we'll add the armor as well, and we'll call that a wrap. We'll save this, and bingo. Overwrite the design. Head back over to our... I always close this out because I'm still so used to closing out screens to get from one to the other, but we're going to add this ship to our fleets here. Team Alpha and Team Bravo will both have a destroyer type, and since I have so many Corvettes right now, I try to add, like, you know, for every 20 Corvettes, I'll add maybe 2 destroyers and then 1 cruiser, and depending on whatever else I want to build a little bit later on, we just kind of mix it up a little bit. I'm still kind of learning a little bit about just managing my fleets as well. I still got a lot to learn here, so if you guys have any tips and tricks you want to share with how you build your fleets, please feel free to let me know. But for now, we're going to add about 3 destroyers to each of these. Actually, we'll do 4. Since we got a lot of Corvettes right now, and we'll just squeeze on the last remaining command limit ships that we have, will be the remainder of Corvettes. And so we'll reinforce as many of those as we can, and that's going to build up about only 3 Corvettes. We don't have a lot of alloys, but we could maybe buy some. Let's see here about squeezing some more alloys into our empire. Nice, nice. And so our scientists are scanning for debris, and now I've queued up about, let's see. There we go. So we got about 9 Corvettes built up there. But yeah, Nightmare, what do you usually run with region hull? Let me know. Back over here to the desiccated dig site. Now, this is the dig site that my renowned Paragon is working on, and it says that he has recovered valuable information from the databanks found in the bunker on this world that we are researching this excavation dig site with. Now, the databank tells us that this was a sort of listening post. Now, apparently the aliens found a way to interpret the signals coursing through the mycelium and convert them into actionable intel. And so we're trying to figure out what's up with these mushrooms. Like, how are they? What are they? What is it? Why? How? When? What? Where? We got to figure out what's going on. Now, we do not understand how this might have been possible, but the team will now try to bring water from nearby ice asteroids to awaken the Fumungus. And that name comes from them being humongous and fungus. And so Fumungus again, and see what kind of data it transmits, if any. And so we know that they pretty much drained this world of all the water that it had. And now we're gonna be like, you know what? Let's sprinkle a little bit of water onto this fungus. We're gonna see what happens. Now we have an agenda available. The military buildup, and this right here, I need. All right. This is another situation happening with the pre-FTLs, and we're just gonna look at this too because you know what? First Contact and Paragons both came out very close, and some of these situations I still haven't really gotten the full chance to read here, but this is peace and prosperity, again, happening on a pre-FTL planet. It says that technology continues to progress on this world as industrialization takes their society to new heights. Now, their most recent breakthrough in engineering has revolutionized their use of transportation and brought them a step closer to planetary unification. Now, defying our prediction modules, this planet that we are researching observing is now a unified world. Pooling their resources, the people have prioritized the well-being of global community, and living standards are rising. And so good for this world. They got destroyed. Well, I'm not gonna say destroyed, but they got pretty much wrecked by an asteroid, and it looks like they're starting to slowly bounce back. And so we'll just say, oh yeah, this is highly uncommon. I'm definitely not going to take the resources from them. They've already been through enough. We'll just continue watching, and we're going to go ahead and launch this agenda now that is going to decrease ship build cost. Actually, you know what? Let's wait a little bit. Before I use that, We're gonna save that so that I can save up some more alloys. And then once I got a handful of alloys, we'll then begin to we'll then begin to build up some more ships here. And so the kleptomaniac rats gets us one step closer to the rubricator. Oh, what's going on here? We got some fleet combat, and actually all my ships have retreated. What in the world? And so let's see what we did wrong here. This is a learning experience for me, and so we're gonna see what we need to do. They got a lot of shielding. Wow, so let me see. Actually, this empire, or this fleet, these ancient combat drones have more shielding than they do armor. And I'm kind of scoping around here. Their damage output was insane. Holy moly. So they did 149 damage output. Now, this is where I kind of get confused with, because I'm like, what is this telling me? What is the information this is saying? This is showing me the total damage to hull, armor, and shields. And it's saying that, I don't know what it's saying. I don't understand. And so if you guys can break this down for me a little bit better, this is one of my weakest points in the game, is just trying to figure out combat and fleet management once again back here. And so I don't know what I would change. What should I change for this? All I'm going to do is I'm going to try and rebuild some more ships here. But yeah, they did some damage to my fleets, and we're definitely not going to underestimate these guys again. A lot of people will tell me that, you know, just build more fleet power than the enemy. And I like that. I mean, yes, that's cool, but I would like to know what weapons do what. Like, what does what to what? What do I need to change? If in this case here, I believe we had higher fleet power than they did. What is it I did wrong in that case that caused them to beat us? All right. Those are things that I'm going to be looking for here. And so let's go ahead and grab our science ships. And, you know, let's go ahead and start excavating. You know what? I'm not going to have my like, this is a regular kind of leader here. I'm going to have them just go ahead and continue surveying other systems. And yo, Aristomalu, welcome to the stream. Hello, right back at you. Hopefully you're doing well on this wonderful hump day. We are chilling, playing some Stellaris. And yeah, we're just kind of messing around in the galaxy. We're learning some new things. We're winning battles, losing battles. Our leaders are getting now negative traits. Oh, that hurts. Lavish lifestyle. This bird. This is for the birds, guys. He's decreasing my energy credits by 10. All right. And so I may need to launch. Actually, you know what? Now might be the perfect time to launch that military buildup agenda. You are definitely geared to attack armored tanked ships. I know, yeah. Oh, and so, yeah, with them having the shields, I think I might have needed some more. Are you saying lasers? Can you say fishball cat 3 times fast? I am not trolling. Fishball cat, fishball cat, fishball cat. That's all I got. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and launch a new council agenda here. And I'm going to see if there's one that... Oh, we could increase our counselor size? Let's see. We could use one to... I don't have the one that... There's an agenda that gets rid of a negative trait, but it also decreases experience. And so, yeah. Let me see here. We could go with the council size. And so we'll try to expand the council with our next agenda in Brazil. Oh, well, I can say that in English. I sometimes I can suck at the game. Like, there's times where I lose and I'm just like, oh, experience, level up. And so expanding the council, though, that's going to be our next agenda. And yes, we're going to go ahead and try and reinforce these fleets right away. And so there we have it, about 5 corvettes queued up, ready to go. This is why I like building those shipyards a little bit earlier on so that we can build more ships a little bit faster. And we have a dig site that I believe has now been fully excavated and so desiccated. Here it is. It's done. Let's find out about these mushrooms. Now, apparently the mushrooms are starting to flourish again. With the help of several other ships, we had to tow several icy asteroids into orbit before bringing down chunks of them to various places on the planet to melt. It has been a long process, but it is finally beginning to bear fruit. Now with this, the computers begin to split out small bits of data that seem pretty random until we recognize activity from our home. In cooperation with the teams on Thithoria, a series of experiments have been conducted, and the only possible conclusion is that the mushroom has some limited awareness of what happens on other planets. Now, while the data we have retrieved is not exploitable just yet. Continued efforts to restore the mushrooms are expected to give us more results. And so this is fascinating. Wow. And I'm actually curious to see where this dig site is going to be leading to. And so, yeah, peace offer. Oh, the peace offer's been made over here on the right side. Let's see what's going on. Oh, this is the Rack hegemony. That's a whole different area. So over here, apparently there was a war going on, and now they have peace. Let's see what's going on with Rack. They're currently cordial towards us. And so still, again, no worries. I'm not going to bother with them too much. I did manage to get those 2 star bases finally up. And so let's head over to our modules. And you know what? We want these to be a... we want these to be more defensive bases. So we'll add a hangar bay and a gun battery and another hydroponic bay. If we can get more food from the bases, the better. And Darkness Fall says, behold the founder of Steve. Hello. Hello. Yes, behold the founder of Steve. Welcome to the stream. Hopefully you're doing all right, Darkness. We are looking at this, the Fungus Listens again. This was a event chain that's been going on. We have this weird fungus species that appears to be able to communicate or just know things about other planets now that we found out about that. And it says here that the mycelium, which is the Fungus listening array, is finally operational. Now, a significant supply of water has been brought from orbit to sate the ever-thirsty mushroom, and major upgrades have been made to the computing resources. Now, some mysteries remain, as we are still not sure how the mushroom manages to collect that much data from the rest of the galaxy. The number of signals traversing the network proved surprisingly low considering the quantity of information conveyed. Now, the most prominent theory posits that the Fungus exists across dimensions where distances are not what we are used to. In any case, the Fungus is in contact with its offspring across the galaxy, and these smaller colonies are able to relay data which we can then interpret. And so, with the network working again, the only decision left to make is whether to use it for surveillance or not. And so, yes, we're gonna start monitoring this. And this is going to give me an extra code breaking point, and it gives us an extra authoritarian ethics attraction by 20%. Now, the other option will just give me a bunch of unity. And I think I might let the mushrooms be, because I would like some more unity. And bingo, that is exactly why, to unlock another tradition. And so we're going to jump back over here to diplomacy, and we got 3 options here. I think I'm going to go with the... These 2 on the right side are pretty nice, but I think I'm going to jump with the direct diplomacy, and it says that we believe that the best way to establish trust is to engage in an open, honest, and direct way. This will increase my trust cap by 50, and my trust growth will be increased by 33%. And so now using those envoys is going to be better than ever when it comes to improving relations, and I want to see who they are improving relations with currently. Actually, let's go back over here. I always want to keep my eye on these guys, make sure they're getting out of that war, and their fleet is superior. I wonder why. It's probably because we just took some losses there, but as soon as that war is over here, these 2 empires are at war. I'm going to see if I can subjugate the machines. But while we wait for that, let's go ahead and have our Paragon. Let's see. Let's start on another excavation site. In the meantime, though, we are going to be expecting to lose the skydive leader here, the Plume of Skydive, because they are currently excavating the kleptomaniac rat's dig site. And if that does what I think it does, they may not be around for much longer. We'll tune in and see what happens here in a little bit. And so we're gonna go ahead and move in this direction with my construction ship. I think my scientists, you know what, let's have the scientists survey the system first and then research the project there. We got rivalries being declared in the galaxy. Uh-oh, is it peacetime? It is. And so the machines are at peace now, but I don't think oh, they're overlords. Wow. So the Dynastic Union has been subjugated. The first empire that we went to war with has been subjugated. And now the goal for me now is to, instead of trying to subjugate the robots, let's try to, I want to invite them to the Federation, but it looks like the other members of the Federation will not be agreeing to this. Why will they not join? I wonder. So the other empires are voting no. Only one empire is voting yes to it. And so that is unfortunate. Guys, we have 5 more years as me being president of this federation. Let's see where our level is. And so I don't think we'll have enough time to level up our federation. But no worries, because even if I do lose my presidential election, I'm going to get replaced eventually, obviously. But oh, now everyone's voting for low fleet contribution. Sure, we can go ahead and pass this. That'll increase cohesion. But going back here to our laws, I want to change our succession type to strongest, because I believe that we could really take the lead on some of the other empires. And on top of that, I want to eventually change our term back to 10 years. If I am not going to be the president after this run, then I want to make this as short as possible so that, we can get the other empires in and out and have them, complete their term relatively quicker than ours. Do I have any good artifacts? I don't have any artifacts or relics. Actually, I do have artifacts, but I don't have any relics right now. And so this is all I have. I have 500 plus minor artifacts, and none of these I really want to use them on just yet. And so we'll save these to maybe use a little bit later on. Maybe if we come across a precursor. But in the meantime, though, let's go over here and sell some resources so that we can reinforce our fleets, because I'm thinking that some of the other empires are feeling a little bold right now. And on top of that, we got another tradition already. Drone scanner. Where did you see that at? Drone scanner. But yo, over here in diplomacy, we're going to jump to the eminent diplomats tradition. And it says that as we take to the stars, our diplomatic wing has become important as ever before. By overhauling our training processes and focusing on talent retention, we can give our diplomats the tools to act as true missionaries for building great relationships. And so with this tradition, increases diplomatic acceptance, and every envoy that we have improving relations has a 1% chance each month of acquiring a favor. Oh, drone home death equals drone scanner. Copy that. Yeah, I don't have that though. I know that there's that one system where the drones are located, but they just squashed our fleets not too long ago. And I'm going to take that as a sign that we are not ready for that action over there. And so here we have, let me see, the sanctified compact vote to change the low fleet contribution has succeeded. Another law has been passed in this federation. We have changed the game in this holy covenant right now. All right, and we are well on our way to leveling up again. We have now discovered some more exotic gases. Where is this located? Oh, nice. This is here. And so we have so many special resources so far in the systems in my borders. I don't think I've ever had a start where I've had this many exotic resources. Need more ring worlds? I wish there were more ring worlds around. If there were more ring worlds, I would definitely be going for those. But right now, what is this? The main goal for this stream at the moment is to find out what's going on with this world. And so as we build a bigger fleet, eventually we'll come across that and try to squash it. In the meantime, though, we have a couple of options here, and let's go for the... I don't think we'll be surveying too many more systems, so our chances of finding more anomalies may be a little bit lower right now. But maybe we could go for either Edict's Funds. I feel like I don't do Charisma a whole lot. Let's give it a shot. That Edict Fund being increased by 15 and the Edict Upkeep being decreased by 7.5%. I think we could work with that. And so Charisma, we'll give it a shot, and we'll keep our game going here. And so my fleets are back in our home system. We're going to go ahead and repair these over here on the right side. I think that means that they're just not running at their maximum efficiency. TWO, Pug Knight says that I was playing earlier, had an advanced empire of fanatical purifiers that killed you 20 years in. Yo, Stellaris, it'd be like that sometimes though. That's kind of the fun thing about it. They spawn right next to me. Yeah, that can happen. That can happen. I got lucky in this game. I'm spawned by mostly allies, but yes, in Stellaris you can spawn by some very, very hostile species. And so I would just, try to, find the silver lining, enjoy it. Sometimes it can suck, losing a game so early on, but if you're okay with losing for a little bit, eventually you'll have a game where you can just kind of wiggle your way out and find that victory. And so, yeah, Pug Knight, welcome to the stream. Thanks for stopping by today. Darkness Fall says, do you think you'll get to the Chosen first or the other way around? Probably the other way around. Because, Darkness Falls on YouTube says that you can spawn next to someone who isn't a Fanatic Purifier. Yes. I mean, you can't really control who you spawn next to, but I mean, I'm in this game right now. I'm not spawned next to any kind of Fanatic Empire or any Fanatic Purifier. This is I actually don't know anything about them. They're a erudite explorer empire, and then all the other empires that spawn next to me were a part of my federation. And so guys, let's go ahead and select our next engineering technology and let's get some more tech. Let's go for the nanomechanics. Actually, man, we can exploit rare crystals with rare crystal mining. My first playthrough, I was enslaved by foxes. That's when the game first came out. You love how much the game has changed? Yes, I love it. I love it. I love things like that. I love things how, like, all right, in my a couple of playthroughs ago, we had these like battle cat warriors. They subjugated me, and over time we became powerful enough to get our independence back, and we just completely squashed our previous overlords. And so that right there, we ended up losing the game a little bit later on, but that alone just made the game so much cooler. Like that playthrough so much cooler for me. And so it's always the just the situations, the stories, things like that I have a lot of fun with in this game. And so for this scientist here, I was going to have them research that excavation dig site, but instead I'm going to have them assist in researching my homeworld, and we have another empire we've made first contact with. Oh, hey, they're toxoids. Cool stuff. And so we'll respond with new friends bring one closer to divinity, and they're going to go ahead and send us a embassy offer right away. Overlords are weird at times. I feel like overlords are weird when I'm not the overlord. Like if I'm a subject, I feel like, yeah, things get really weird. But speaking of subjects, let's go back. I wonder when we will meet the hunters. I wonder too. Hopefully a little bit later, not sooner. I don't want to meet the hunters right now. Not while our fleets are a little bit low. But yeah, going back to being an overlord, let's go to our tab here, and we're gonna go to my empire, the Beakborn Dominion, and let's take a look at our subject. If you're referring to this, the hunters, isn't that from the Prethorn Scourge? I believe there's like I watched a couple of lore videos from there's a content creator known as the Red King, and he makes these lore videos about Stellaris, and I believe there was something mentioned in there about an in-game crisis that's like running away from something actually. And so yeah, I don't want to go too deep into that for people that want to know about it, but here back with our subjects, let's see, what's the dealio? Let's see if we can negotiate an agreement here. And so they're pretty loyal to us, and I'm like, yo, that is absolutely incredible, but I'm a little bit in need of some more resources, and so this is actually going to make them not so loyal to me anymore. And I'm not even building a holding on here, but maybe we could decrease that just a bit, and you know what, I'll keep it in the subject conflicts at defensive. Honestly, this really doesn't matter. We're in a federation together anyway, and so I'll put it at all just to make sure that we have increased relations, and I could even turn my overlord conflicts to none. But no, yeah, we're getting plenty of their resources right now, and so this is I'm going to call it a win. What's your favorite type of empire? Megacorps are awesome. You have mods that grant you civics that give you huge boosts to trade value and defensive packs for being a participant in other empires' wars. That sounds pretty cool. If I had to name my top 3 empires that I like to play with, first is always going to be machines. And as of lately, I've really been enjoying driven assimilators. Second would have to be the aquatics. I love the aquatics. Being able to drench worlds later on in the game completely just takes away from terraforming, and just instead of terraforming plants, drench the world, colonize it. And then third would have to be probably megacorps. I like aquatic megacorps. And so yeah, those are my favorite types of empires in Stellaris. Now there are others that I will play with just to experiment with, but yes, I like those 3 types. Aquatics is the only one I don't have. Yo, that's one of my favorite DLCs that has come out, but yeah, that's actually one of my favorite species too. So I really like the aquatics. And yo, we got speaking of new DLCs and things like that, we got a new follower here. TWO Pug Knight, I now grant you the status of Alpha, the energy of Yang, and the ability to delete all elites. Thank you for the follow, and welcome to our Stellaris stream. Thanks for hanging out with us this evening, and thank you for hanging out with us during this federated playthrough right now. And so we survived a Federation war earlier on. We've now changed our agreement here, And so now we're getting 45%. The subject will pay 45% tax of their monthly basic production to the Overlord. And I'm really going to come back and tinker with this because I'm going to try my best to make sure that all of my subjects love me. All right. We want them to love us. We don't want them to hate us. And so we're going to be playing with that common ground origin in mind. They look like a pricey lightsaber. Yes, I got 2 lightsabers. One that I got custom made and the other one I got from Disney. And so I went to Disney World just to, whoa, wait a minute. The Omnian continuity is reaching out to us and they say custodian protocol 625-1 activated. Message follows. Attention, organic civilization. Widespread biological vulnerabilities have been detected in the Beaker's population. I only have 2 planets. What? Now, they say in order to ensure your species' viability for the Custodian project, all major population centers will require inoculation. Bioinjection units are prepared to dispatch to your space upon positive confirmation to this message. Awaiting response. Take it. Yes, take it. All right, very well. It is, if it's for our own good. I don't want to upset a fallen empire right now, especially when we are much, much weaker than these guys. We will agree, and I can work around the pop unhappiness. Now, for our next technology, we got those FTL inhibitors, and next up, let's go for the applied quantum physics. Let's increase that tech research speed, or is that tech research output or speed? Oh yeah, researcher output. And so, yeah. Robot fallen empire friend, yes, hopefully so. And we'll trust their judgment here. But yes, I've now gotten my bases up. And guys, earlier I mentioned about the FTL inhibitors. It is already active. And so here you can see this sort of like, it's like a U-shaped orange icon right at the edge of that white right there. That's letting me know that the FTL inhibitor is there. And so any hostile fleets that want to travel through these systems, they're going to have to travel. They're going to have to destroy my base to pass that. Pretty much my base are saying, you shall not pass. And we're not letting them pass at all. We're just like, no, you can't come through here. And I'm going to enforce that even more by adding another base. Actually, another 2 bases. And so as I begin to build my bases more inside of my borders, those I'll add, the anchorages to. But outside of my borders, if it connects to another empire, I'm normally adding like a hangar bay or a missile or gun battery to it. And we'll be adding defensive platforms later once I start to increase my naval cap. And so speaking of which, we're going to go ahead and reinforce those. We got a rivalry that's been declared. Uh-oh. The Union of Havenstar. And so this might be an avian aquatic. Oh, they're rivals to us. Okay, in that case, you guys want to rival us, huh? Well, we know somebody. Oh, here we go. And so as punishment for losing a duel, it has been decreed that I am to deal with all outsiders this cycle. This marauder says, what do I want? I'm going to say we don't have a good rating target. Oh, and they're already in the middle of a raid, so we won't be able to use them. Now, Darkness Fall says, so I saw the other day you played a campaign based on the UFP theme. What is the UFP theme? I don't know if I know what that is, but have you tried any of the full conversions out there, or to make the game more Star Trek-like? Oh, UFP. I'm not sure what you mean by that, but circles and circles and circles, they say. Yeah, let me know what you're referring to, because if you're talking about my United Nations of Man or Commonwealth of Man playthrough, oh yeah, the United Federation of the Planets. So I haven't played with any Star Trek mods because I still know so little about Star Trek that I wouldn't do my community justice or content service if I were to do something about that I know nothing about. Like I like wearing the costumes and things like that and putting my own little twist to it. But when it comes to things like that, I try to, if I don't know anything about it, I try to stray away from being like completely accurate with those types of stories. And so Pug Knight says, my other favorite empire is democracy, the United Systems of America. I enjoy shouting USA, USA, USA. Nice. We're going to terminate communications with these marauders, and we'll come back to them later. Hopefully we can get them in time to use their ships to attack our rivals over here. And so we tried increasing relations with them. They're actually harming relations with us right now, and it's not looking pretty good for us. And so what we could do is close our borders to them. You want to be hostile towards us? well, enjoy not being able to access this side of the galaxy. Yo, Goku, hi. Hey, it's Goku. I'm thinking of that name. What's this game? This is a 4X grand strategy game called Stellaris. Now, Stellaris, think of it as like Civilization, where instead of taking turns, you and everyone else is moving and making all these different types of moves all at once. And so 4X just means expansion, exploiting, exterminating, and what did I miss? Expansion, exploiting, exploring, and exterminating. Age of Empires in space. Yes. And yeah, we got another new follower. Let's go ahead and knight them in there. Goku Black 113. I now grant you the status of Alpha, the energy of Yang, and the ability to delete all elites. Thank you for the follow, and welcome to our Stellaris stream here. Hopefully I can help sway you into sounds like a good game. It is a awesome game because there is just so much replayability. For me, I base a lot of my content around this game and other Paradox Interactive games because you can literally play this game a bazillion different times, and every time it's going to be a different type of story. Every time something different is going to happen. And so it's amazing the amount of hours I've sunk into it. Woo. I think this game currently has the crown for most hours on my PC. That's for sure. All right, so this Hive Empire has opened their borders to us. They were talking kind of crazy a little bit earlier on, but oh, they want association status. And oh, we can subjugate them. Wow. And we shall, but I'm going to tax them a little heavy. And so this is their new loyalty, but it'll be increasing by 0.2 over a couple of months. Do you watch anime? Here and there. I'm not like a huge, I don't know, like, I've seen my bits and pieces of anime, but what kind of anime are you referring to? What kind of anime have you seen? Right now, I would say the last anime that I watched, or I'm currently in the middle of watching, is Cyberpunk Edge Runners. That show is insane. And so I've been having a lot of fun of that. My wife, she likes things like, is it Most Ghibli? Who did the Spirited Away? Do you care for the Galactic community in this playthrough? Yes. Goku Black, DBZ, Naruto, and Death Note. Nice. Actually, I have a Naruto tattoo with the nine-tailed fox. It's kind of hard to see from this angle, but I'll show it off later. Then do you have waifu mods for Empires? If that's your thing, I don't. But I've seen on Reddit all of the anime like character designs and things like that, and so that cracks me up every time I see it. But the only mods I really play with on this game are I've done a Thanos roleplay where I'll literally get dressed up as Thanos. I'll be purple and everything. That's one of my favorites. And ladies and gentlemen, we have another subject paying me 45% of their resources. Limited diplomacy forces them to vote with you. Oh, I didn't think about that. We can change that once the cooldown's up. Do I have a YouTube channel? I sure do. You can check that out here. I stream Stellaris on there as well. And look, I'm still kind of, I consider myself a beginner when it comes to making videos, but I'm trying to get a little bit better at making videos on there. But right now I feel like live streaming is just the best way that I can chat with you guys. I do it so frequently that I like chatting with my chat. I like, giving you guys decisions to vote on in my games, and all of us together, I look at this as like us going on an adventure, a journey of role-playing game experience together. And so for people that don't have this game, they can still interact with my playthroughs and sway my game. In this case here, I've just been kind of going through the motions with this run and just kind of having fun playing by myself. Guys, I don't know if it was a migration treaty or what, but now all these worlds around my borders, green planet, green planets, green planets, all these green worlds are habitable worlds. And so now we can really begin to expand. And this is perfect because the two worlds that I have right now, actually one has unemployment. Let's check this out. Let's see what's going on. So this planet, I'm probably going to designate to produce more alloys than anything else. And so I'm going to go ahead and get an alloy foundry up. And what in the world? What have I been missing here? How do I have 228 energy credits? Oh, it's probably from having that vassal. And so dark UI is nice. Don't know if it still works though. Nice. Everyone recommends me the small user interface that's on this side right here. I forget what the name of it is, but I've been recommended that a bunch of times. Me though, I'm just like, you know what? I can get by with just kind of having some fun playing with my regular no modded game. Trisha, Hello, hello. Goku, I really don't want to give my age out on stream here, but I'm old. That's all I'll say. I'm older than I look. Let's just say that. I've been told that I do not look my age, but I'm eternal. Tiny outliner, like 24, not even close. Not even close. Yes, but Tiny Outliner is the mod I've been recommended like a bazillion times, and I've never gotten around to installing it. Yo, appreciate that. I drink my water, I exercise pretty frequently. Today's activities for me were painting the rooftop of my house, and yo, I was scared. I'm scared of heights. I play a game where you travel around in the galaxy, but I'm afraid of just taking my feet off the ground and being on the rooftop of my house. And so, no, yeah, yeah. I don't want to dive too deep into all that there, but yo, Dark UI made it black and blue with the icon shifted so that they don't line up properly anymore. Wait, what? The black and blue icons. But Goku, what's my ethnicity? I'm mixed. I'm a mixed dude. Yeah. You turn it off. It bugged me. I'm not sure. Wait, black and blue icons. Yeah. I'm not sure about that. I've only played, there's two mods I played with. There's a Star Wars mod that I really enjoyed, and a, yeah, the Thanos one. Being able to collect the Infinity Stones was epic. And so, yeah, I that is going to be like a playthrough that I will constantly come back to throughout the year. By the way, is this game free to play? No, not right now. It is not free to play, but the cool thing about Stellaris games is that if you buy just the base game, and let's say you play it with me, I have all the DLC. And so if you were to play this game with me, Goku Black, you would be able to, if you played a multiplayer game in my lobby, you would have all access to all the DLC because I have access to the DLC. And that's what it's like for a lot of Paradox Interactive games. I don't know which Paradox Interactive games, but I know that's a practice that they have. No, like the icon for the spaceports, they move. Oh, okay, I see what you're saying now. I see what you're saying now, right on. But yeah, there are some nice bonuses for getting this game. I will say, if you buy this game for the first time, there's a little bit of a learning curve, but really, I would just say go in, experiment, try different things out, learn, repeat. I've lost a bunch of my first games, but that was back in like 2017, 2018, and I haven't stopped playing this game since. This game is just so freaking fun. Oh, it might be free on Game Pass with Xbox. Nice. And so, guys, we have another subject. We have two subjects now. Massive learning curve. You will die a lot. Yes. And so I would say don't go for DLCs right now. Just if you get the base game, especially if you're just playing this game for the first time, base game alone is enough just to enjoy this game for a while. Like there's so much DLC out there that I think the base game alone, like not having DLC for someone that hasn't played this game before, just vanilla is enough. There's so much that happens in a game that, for me, my first playthrough, I was just like, what in the world? Actually, I got completely annihilated my first game in. And then my like third or fourth game, I just kept having these moments where I was like, what in the world? And so, yeah, we're going to jump over here to our fleet manager. Let's queue up some more ships. Our fleets are slowly starting to catch back up to where they were a moment ago. We have this Union over here that has declared us a rival. And so, yo, nice. I didn't even realize you had emotes. What was the craziest thing that happened to me in a Stellaris game? For me, I will say one of my favorite memories, I can't say what was the craziest thing that happened because literally every game, something kind of crazy happens. But one of my favorite experiences that was crazy to me at that time was when the Unbidden spawned in, and then like a separate, like I can't remember the situation that happened, but it was like the Unbidden spawned in. It was like the blue Unbidden, and then a green Unbidden spawned in, and then after that, like things got out of control. Like the Unbidden was just completely annihilating the galaxy, and then a separate Fallen Empire or like a Custodian kind of empire or something spawned in on top of that, kind of like the Avengers almost, and just spawned into the game and was like, yo, we're about to take care of the Unbidden. And then they got annihilated too. And I'm just like, oh my goodness. And so there's those times, like my favorite points in the game are where the power scale gets tilted. Have I opened an L gate? Yes, I've opened plenty of L gates before. Good things happen sometimes, bad things happen most of the time. And so guys, we got the bowel situation going on here, and it says that several exemplary bowel fossils have been recovered, now revealing the long lost species to have been a hive mind. Billions of plantoid units working together as a whole, like the leaves and roots of branches of a tree. Now, I'm going to try to say this word here. Dendrochronology suggests individual bowel specimens had lifespans in hundreds of years. Oh, cool stuff. And so their lack of structural ruins appears to be the result of the bowel's reliance on remarkable organic technology, from ships and buildings to wetware biocomputers and the ravages of time. You have 2,800 hours in Stellaris and only finished it 3 times. Mostly my CPU was crap until last week when I upgraded it. Nice. Yo, I feel like you're like the second person that's coming to the stream today saying that they're getting some upgrades for their computers. Have I become the Crisis? I sure have. I turned my cheat mod on to complete it quick, and it was amazing. Nice. Oh yeah, I become the Crisis a few times, and I've never actually finished being a Crisis though. And so we got another favor here from the hive species, which is nice. Let's see. Outside of that though, we've made some progress, and so I really want to get this machine empire into our federation, but the other empires are like, no. I also wanted to try and subjugate them, but now that they're overlords, you know, they're feeling all big and bad, and so they're like, we don't need an overlord, we're an overlord. And so I'm like, okay, we'll see what's up with that. But on my home planets, it looks like we have no jobs available on either of these. And so, you know what? I got plenty of minerals right now. Let's just start going a little wild on the industrial districts. I'll probably squeeze another city district on, because later on in the game, we will definitely need more housing for this world. It's a size 20, but with me only having 2 planets at the moment, I guess it's not going to be the end of the world, because we have plenty of pops to expand to. And speaking of which, let's get on top of that right now. And so let's start colonizing. Let's get 2 planets queued up to colonize. And holy moly, look at this species right here. They're hive-minded, they're lithoids, they're talented, they're quick learners, resilient, and conservationalist. And so this species has a lot of traits. And as much as I would like to have them on my world, it looks like I will not be able to, because they are a hive mind species. And so that's tragic, but no worries. I'm sure there's other worlds out there that have maybe some higher habitability that maybe another species will want to colonize. And it looks like that's not the case. Wow. And so nearly all the planets are not habitable for the other species besides the hive minds. Wow, and so I have all these habitable worlds that I cannot colonize yet. Okay, and so yeah. In the meantime though, I guess we'll just keep trying to figure out where we can work some things here. We got another embassy offer, increasing our unity by another 3. Let's see about, wow, we got so many minerals and energy credits. I'm loving it. And so let's see about selling some of these and buying some of those. So if you want to pick up Stellaris, you should do that then. I believe at the end of June, there will be a Paradox Summer Sale. Yes, anytime you buy Stellaris, anything Stellaris related, Stellaris has these like huge sales where they sell where they put everything on sale. DLC, all that jazz. I would highly recommend buying it during that time. Because you can get some more bang for your buck there. And so for our fleet management, once again, we are reinforcing even more fleets. When I want to just mess around and not take it seriously, my cheat mod gives me an option to, oh yeah, nice. You don't need anything else with that, you never need anything else with that boost. Yeah. I'll, if I'm playing if I'm making a video or doing something just kind of fooling around, I'll use those console commands. And so we have an outbreak, or apparently a pre-FTL has an outbreak. So, geez Louise. Yo, this pre-FTL world right here has seen some stuff. They had an asteroid hit the world, they had a war breakout, and now they have an outbreak. And yo, I'm not interfering with this. Actually, you know what? Let's do it. We got plenty of food right now. I really should be selling some of that, but we're going to provide aid to these guys. And it says that it is our responsibility to help those in need. Once selected, we will be unable to change this approach. Now, how much of awareness this will give to the pre-FTLs, I'm not sure. but let's just provide them with some aid there. I don't want to see that planet suffer any more than it already has. I'm kind of feeling bad for them right now. That boost gives you like 5k alloys per month at the start. Nice. Wait till their appliances rise up against them. Electric greeting cards and toasters unites. Yo, Keo Ryan, what's going on? Welcome to the stream. We are playing some more of our Empire of Feathers with our avian species. And yeah, just having some fun here playing a diplomatic-based empire. And so now we got our fleet power up a little bit. I still haven't figured out why this right here is in the red. This right here has confused me so much because I've prepared my ships, yet that's still in the red. It's still in the red. Futurama reference. I actually haven't seen a lot of Futurama before. I do watch a little bit of Rick and Morty, but I haven't watched that in a while since, I don't know, like season 4 or 5. But yeah, I need to catch up on Futurama. I heard they're like, have they already redone it or not? You're doing Chains Unshackled. I had to start with the Federation very early in my game to survive. Nice. Nice. Oh, does that mean that the ships are being reinforced? Like, this is its own separate fleet. How does it look in Manager? Let's check that out. We gotta get to the bottom of this. And so that's my military power. It is an estimate of the combined offensive and defensive capabilities of a fleet. But outside of that, I don't see... Oh, one fleet needs to be reinforced with 23 ships. I think that's what it is. And so I think I just need to reinforce my ships. Yo, thank you. I've been looking for the answers to that for a long time now, and I think it's finally been answered there. All right, so for my construction ship, we're gonna go ahead and automatically construct things. Yes, that's pretty nice too, Pug. We're gonna go back and check out our worlds here because I didn't have a lot of jobs on these planets, and for our winged landing, this is my second colony that we've established here. I'm going to queue up 2 industrial districts, and we're going to designate this planet to be a forge world. Now, that is going to increase a little bit of crime, and so we'll go ahead and maybe squeeze on a... Let me see what's up with the population. Yeah, we're going to squeeze on a... Where are you at? What am I looking for? A precinct house. Excuse me, guys. Alpha y'all delete here. Okay. And so, guys, yo, I've been streaming for quite some time today. We are going to wrap this thing up here looking at this last dig site, the Baron. And so coordinates describing the location of another former Bowel colony have been extracted from a shattered Grunner data crystal. Perhaps this planet will boost some of the riches sought after by the Bowel's ancient enemies. On to the next colony. All right, so guys, here's what's going on in our game. Before we wrap this bad boy up here, we have our Federation that is still thriving and surviving. We are kicking butt. Here is my empire, the Beakborn Dominion, this kind of baby bluish color here. In this playthrough today, we have subjugated another empire, putting us as an overlord over two empires. So good stuff there. The machines here have conquered the Dynastic Union, and so now they're their overlord. And our goal in the next stream is going to be to try and get these machines into my Federation, and then on the left side, the Union of Havenstar. We may end up going to war with these guys. I'm not sure how we're going to deal with them yet, but with them being our rivals, we're like, yo, we're not going to have it. And so, guys, hopefully you enjoyed this playthrough right now. This is episode 2 of the Empire of Feathers. And if you're watching this on YouTube, I'm shutting it down right now. And we're going to jump over to Twitch, and I want to see who is live so that we can get a raid going here after the stream is over. But guys, if you're watching this, hang out for a little bit. I am going to... First, we're going to jump over here real quick, see who's live. Oh, I know the perfect person. There is a person I want to drop a raid for this evening. So let me get this queued up and I will say my goodbyes. There it is, guys. We're going to drop a raid for Sal. I'm Alpha and Delete. If you want to see some more Stellaris content, hang out with us this Friday because we're going to be continuing this playthrough. And like I said before, we may be going to war. We may be introducing some new members to our Federation. And I just want to say thank you for everybody that's here in the chat that is watching right now. I appreciate it. I will see you all later. Alpha out.